Bud Light sales are still struggling as backlash against the brand continues.
Beer used to be honest, simple ingredients, local breweries, small batches, real fermentation. But modern mass market beer? That's a different story. Today's biggest beer brands don't sell tradition. They sell consistency, profit, and psychological comfort. And in doing so, they've turned beer into something closer to a processed beverage product than a real fermented drink. So today, we're breaking down 6 beer brands you should avoid at all costs. Not because they're popular, but because they show everything wrong with how beer is made, marketed, and consumed today. Let's go. 1. Bud Light. Bud Light isn't just a beer. It's a cultural icon. And that's exactly the problem. Because Bud Light isn't designed for quality. It's designed for mass consumption at maximum speed. Here's what makes it a problem. It's extremely diluted, low in real flavor, low in character, high in volume drinking potential. And when beer becomes something you can drink without noticing you're drinking, that's dangerous. It trains your brain to consume more, faster, with less awareness. On top of that, Bud Light uses heavy industrial brewing methods to reduce costs and maintain global consistency, which means less real malt character, over-filtered processes, shortened fermentation periods, flavor engineered for non-offensive mass appeal. It's beer engineered to disappear on your tongue. And when something disappears while you consume it, you tend to consume more. Not for flavor, for habit. 2. Natural Light. Natural Light, or Natty Light, is one of the cheapest mass beers on the market. But cheap doesn't mean harmless. It means corn syrup brewing shortcuts, extreme dilution, and aggressive cost-cutting. This beer replaces proper brewing complexity with adjunct grains like corn, ultra-light malt content, high water ratio, short fermentation cycles. The result? A beer that doesn't satisfy, but keeps you drinking, because your brain is chasing a flavor that never actually arrives. And what do you do when you're not satisfied? You open another can. Natural Light isn't made to be enjoyed. It's made to be consumed in volume. And the more you drink, the more your body pays. 3. Busch Beer. Busch markets itself as the rugged, outdoor, hard-working man's beer. But behind that branding is a heavily processed, mass-produced product built for scale, not craft. Busch uses similar brewing shortcuts to other industrial lagers. Corn syrup adjunct sugars, ultra-filtered brewing, light in malt content, flavor stabilization additives for shelf longevity. This is beer optimized for logistics, not for your health or enjoyment. And because it's so light, it creates a psychological illusion. It's not that strong. It's not that heavy. It's basically water, which is how consumption spirals without effort. The danger of beers like Busch isn't the alcohol itself. It's how easy they make it to keep drinking. 4. Keystone Light. Keystone Light is another beer built around a single goal: affordability through ingredient reduction. And how do they reduce costs? By using corn adjuncts instead of quality grains, reduced hop profiles, extreme filtration processes, simplified fermentation techniques. This creates a thin, neutral liquid that barely qualifies as a beer in traditional brewing standards. Yet people drink it because it's cheap, because it's everywhere, because it's easy. And when something is easy, humans overuse it. But what you're actually drinking here is closer to alcoholic grain soda than real beer. No depth, no nutrient benefit, no character, just fast alcohol delivery. 5. Coors Light. Coors Light literally markets itself as the silver bullet. Cold, clean, refreshing, but there's a reason it goes down so smoothly. Coors Light is aggressively filtered, diluted, and cold trained to remove the bitterness and complexity that normally slows down consumption. They call it refreshing. In reality, it's designed to reduce drinking resistance. The lighter the taste, the faster the consumption. And when beer becomes effortless to drink, it stops being a beverage. It becomes a behavior. On top of that, many mass beers like Coors Light use chemical stabilization techniques to ensure consistency across millions of cans and thousands of miles of transport, which means more processing, not purity. 6. Pabst Blue Ribbon PBR. PBR built its modern reputation on being the ironic beer choice. Cheap, vintage, cool again. But beneath the hipster branding, it's still a mass-produced, low-cost lager that sacrifices quality for volume and branding. PBR uses brewing methods more focused on cost and scalability than craft or quality ingredients, which means reduced malt richness, oversimplified fermentation, heavy reliance on branding nostalgia, minimal real brewing innovation. People drink it not because it's great, but because the identity sells. And drinking identity-based products instead of quality ones always comes with a hidden cost. Why these beers are actually dangerous. Now listen carefully. The danger isn't just alcohol. Humans have consumed fermented drinks for thousands of years. The danger is what modern corporations have turned beer into. Most of these beers are engineered for speed of consumption, designed for minimal resistance, built for maximum shelf life, not freshness, produced using cost shortcuts, not traditional methods, crafted for mass addiction, not appreciation. And when something is designed for speed, not enjoyment, it changes your relationship with it. It stops being choice. It becomes routine. The addiction engineering problem. Here's something most people never think about. Modern beer isn't just fermented. It's engineered. Flavor profiles are designed to appeal to the largest number of people. Bitterness is reduced for broader acceptance. Smoothness is prioritized over complexity. Why? Because complex beer makes you slow down. And companies don't want you slowing down. They want you finishing, then buying again. Over time, this trains your brain. Strong flavor feels too much. Real craft beer feels weird. Only light, smooth, engineered beer feels normal. This isn't preference. It's conditioning. The body impact nobody talks about. Most people think beer just affects the liver. But industrial beers cause wider issues. Increased inflammation due to additives and poor brewing processes. Blood sugar instability from grain adjuncts like corn. Intestinal irritation from ultra-filtration and residue chemicals. Dehydration intensified by low-quality brewing. Increased risk of binge patterns due to easy drinkability. And no one warns you. Because it's profitable not to. Why these brands stay popular? Because they don't sell beer. They sell belonging. Tailgates, BBQs, sports nights, college parties, identity. You're not just buying a drink. You're buying a social key. And the more embedded a brand is in culture, the harder it is to question it. Even if it's trash, what you should look for instead. If you're going to drink beer, at least choose smarter. Look for local craft breweries, minimal ingredient lists, no corn syrup or adjunct grains, small batch brewing, natural fermentation processes, seasonal freshness. Because beer was never meant to be a cheap mass drug. It was meant to be a crafted product, enjoyed slowly. Final reality check. Most mass beer brands don't care about quality. They care about volume, distribution, consumer loops, repeat sales. So the next time you grab a cheap 12-pack, ask yourself, am I choosing taste or just consuming tradition that was built for a corporation's profit? Because sometimes the most dangerous drinks are the ones we've normalized the most.